Hi everyone. Right now I'm presenting you one more question which was asked in 2021 Mains GS paper 1 geography. That is, despite India being one of the countries of the Gondwana region, yes, Laurentia and Gondwana, we are in the Gondwana region, of course. Its mining industry contributes much less to its gross domestic product in percentage discussed. This was a 150 word question for 10 marks. You have to understand that the mining percentage it differs from year to year. Generally, right now, 14% of GDP contribution was there from mining sector. Rather, we have more contribution from the service sector and also quite less in agriculture sector. It's the case is not about in India, but also in South Asian countries and also in the southern countries altogether or developing countries altogether. So, why is this phenomena? What exactly is going wrong? Do you think we have less mines when compared to Russia, USA, or Brazil? I mean, to say Britain and Japan, Korea? Is it what? No. Even though they have greatest companies, they don't have any mines, but they are still dependent on countries like India and earning so much amount of profits. In this video, after this small announcement, I will be discussing with you what exactly the problem and what he is asking us to write in this question. Wow, there is a huge price drop from 70,998 to 63,898 because of 10% extra discount, and it is valid only till 12th of January with ebooks and 3 months extension and test series that will be given. So, as you know, more than 170 plus ranks have been secured by Unacademy in UPSC category. And 12th of January, we have new batches and 20 GS books will be given to you for 1 year and above subscription, and new optionals like political science, economics, bad history, sociology will be starting soon. And this 9th of January we have an exam with 56 questions, 60 minutes, and you will be getting scholarships also for this exam. The exam will be in both Hindi and English, and you have one-to-one monitoring, study planner, mains and Q&A practice, and you can talk and interact with the educators. Open house. The loan process is so simple with no processing fee and minimal paperwork, zero interest and flexible tenure. Now, for example, take in India. Take India internally also. It's not about Gondwana. Take India internally. In the body of the answer, you have to write. In the context of the answer, you have to support that yes, there is less amount of mining that is getting contributed to the GDP, and don't give the abrupt reasons. In the reasons can be asked. I mean to say reasons can be structured in terms of body of the answer. You can write 1, 2, 3 reasons. Of that, you can start with a internal reason in India. For example, take India. What are the major mining states in India? It can be Chhattisgarh, Bihar, maybe southern Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha. But do you think these are the highly developed states in India? No, we have Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Delhi, and Telangana, which are like highly developed states. Tamil Nadu. Karnataka, of course, to some part. So there is no relation between amount of mining availability and development of the country. For example, if I have 10 kgs of gold in my pocket, obviously I will be the rich person. Not 10 bitcoins in my account, I will be the richest person. But in the state wise, that is not the case. Whoever have the resources, they are not the rich person, because all the mining rights and maybe through funding goes to the central government, and the central government will decide how much money should go into each and every state. So it starts with the royalty. Same thing, I mean to say value addition and royalty are the two biggest challenges in India. Now apply the same logic to the Gondwana region. Of course, Gondwana region has great coal resources, natural gas, we have shale, we have iron ore, because Gondwana regions is one of the few regions which has been formed from the 4.7 to 3.7 billion years ago, right? That is a region where you can find high grade iron ore. It can be some places we have magnetite and majority we have hematite ore, or it can be bituminous anthracite coals, it can be bauxite mining. But why we are not able to get huge amount, or say we have mining but that is not reflected in the GDP? One thing, because we don't have industrialization. See, just a raw material will not give you all the resources that is needed, or will not give you sufficient amount of food. You have to convert raw material into then agricultural, or sorry, raw material into an industrial output. For example, take Hyundai cars, or maybe Kia cars, or maybe companies in Japan or South Korea. It can be Samsung company, it can be Apple's Apple company in USA, which is designed in USA but manufactured in China, or maybe Toyota or Honda or Hyundai, any company in South Korea and Japan, they don't have any iron ore resources. They depend on India. So the main magic here lies in the value addition, converting a raw iron ore or raw material or raw, we can say, mine into a finished processed product. We are just exporting a raw ore, but instead of that we convert that into a sheet or maybe a bar or maybe a tiny iron balls. Then if we try to export, we can get majority of the GDP in from say mining sector. We failed in doing that, right? Till agricultural revolution we have been concentrating on agriculture, and till 1991 we have been doing that. So suddenly in 1991 we have got economic freedom where we have opened our wings and attracted private investments. So at that time we don't have time and money to concentrate our resources in the industrial sector. We directly went for the development of software and banking, and I mean to say various service sector. So we have missed the component of industrial sector where that is the golden duck, where golden eggs are laid. But suddenly we went from in the agriculture to service sector. So we have missed the component of value addition in that. So this is what something you can write. This is not the case with India. Rest of the countries like USA, maybe UK, they don't have except coal and some parts of iron ore resources. They don't have anything. But the great companies like MG Hector or maybe majority of the car manufacturing companies or all the companies lies in UK and near Alps mountains, right? We have great mountains in Western Ghats, and it can be Amarkantak regions or Gondwana regions or Jharkhand, Hazirabad plateau. We have so many, not just in India. It can be in Johannesburg region or Congo plateau or South Sudan. We have great mountains and great minerals, but they are not getting the value. That is what you have to write and stress in this particular answer, so that if you increase the value, GDP share also getting increased, employment share, the TK, it is sufficient, but we have to increase the GDP share only through value addition. That is what you have to concentrate on this 10 marker question. Hope I made some clarity about this particular answer, and for the more and more answers and all the detailed analysis, stay tuned to UPSC Radio podcast. Thank you.